Oh, SANKOFA, high in the heavens you soar. My soul is soon to follow you back to yesterday's moon. Will it remember me back to yesterday's sun? It will rekindle me, rekindle the spirit into tomorrow, and high on the wind, SANKOFA flies again and again.
The Mad Lads were an American rhythm and blues vocal group. Mm, Who recorded at Stax Records. The group was formed at Booker T. Washington High School in Memphis, Tennessee. That's where I'm from. The original members were John Gary Williams, Julius Green, William Brown, and Robert Phillips. They were originally called the Emeralds, but changed their name because there was another group of that name. The name Mad Lads was suggested by the employee Deanie Parker in response to the group's behavior. I mean, they are the Mad Lads. And also in recognition of the local disc jockey Reuben Mad Lad Washington. The first record for Stax in 1964, releasing The Sidewalk Surf, co-written by Isaac Hayes, under the name Ed Lee, which was not a hit. However, their second record, Don't Have to Shop Around, rose to number 11 on the Billboard R&B chart. Now you know that's a good deal. It has nonetheless been described as curiously old school, owning more to doo-wop than Southern soul, and featured the high, innocent tenor of John Gary Williams. Ooh. They followed up with I Want Someone, I Want a Girl, and Patch My Heart, which were all R&B hits in 1966. However, towards the end of the year, William and Brown were drafted. The group continued to make live appearances with the pair being replaced Sam Nelson and Quincy Billups Jr. After Williams returned from military service, he was reinstated in the group. The group continued to have R&B chart hits through to 1969, their final hit being a version of By the Time I Get to Phoenix, which also reached the pop chart in 1972. The group continued for a while and finally split up. Williams recorded a solo album, John Gary Williams at Stax in 1973. He later worked outside the music business in Iowa and Los Angeles before forming a new touring version of the Mad Lads in 1984. The new group recorded an album, Madder Than Ever, in 1990. Chart-topping hits. Yes, the Mad Lads. I said it, the Mad Lads.
Hello, it's nice meeting you. I'm glad to be here. I was singing with a group entitled by the name of the Everyday People, and we were working at a club in Memphis, doing great. My brother, who is the lead singer for the Mad Lads, John Gary, had been promoted as an executive, he and David Porter, at Stax. So Julius Green, who was the original member, had been thrown out of Stax for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, John had asked us to let Julius get with our group, the Everyday People. And it was three of us, James West, Andrew Terry, and myself. Then we included Julius. And when we got Julius with us, then John said, why don't you all guys come to the Stax as the new Mad Lads? So I'm thinking, man, that's a break. Yeah. And everybody agreed, so we did. Sweet, soul, and soulful. Most of the songs that the group recorded were mostly ballads, and I'm partial myself to ballads. And I feel that my brother John, he could sing those ballads. He was a pro at that to me. So yes, I think the Mad Lads would be considered as a ballad singing doo-wop kind of group. Think about those youngsters, the New Edition, Boys to Men, and it's a group my daughter loves called Silk. When I hear their music, I think about what we did. Matter of fact, even some of the old heads, when we did a show in California, we were on the bill with the Persuaders. You remember, it's a thin line between love and hate. Well, and then I know you remember Blue Magic. Those guys was telling my brother John, he said, man, no respect to the other guys in the group, but you are the reason why we're singing today. I remember that like it was yesterday. I would say if you really, really love what you're doing, don't stop. Just keep on, because you're going to have your ups and downs, that's for sure. But you got to be a trooper. If you really, you got to have passion. It's just like anything else. If you love baseball, play baseball. If you love basketball, play basketball. And if you love music, do your music till you can't. That's how I feel about that.
One.
That's about it, writing songs and listening to some of the music that we recorded. I never got a chance to do with my brother passed, but John. It's a song on that album called Nothing. We did it together. We were changing leads. And I regret not being able to do that on the show with other people, to the public, because it says, love is the foundation. All we have is based on it. And if you take love away, we would have nothing.